All right. Hi, this is Atticus, and welcome to part four of Railway Empire 2. We're playing the Industrial Wonders DLC, and we're playing the scenario set in the United States in Nevada, where we're building or helping to build the Hoover Dam. This is called the Big Concrete. Now, in the last section, last part, I've had a little break here, so I don't recall for sure. But we built this up and got Prim. We founded Prim, founded a couple of rural businesses out here. By the way, I really like that mechanic, founding the businesses. I really like the fact that you found them with different stuff. I think that's really cool. Anyway, we got this going with a little 3-city cluster using one city, one line. And, of course, we started with the Star Warehouse here with the hotel, kind of the Milano Magnifico approach, and that worked great for the first part of it. And, we're doing okay. Now, we have just opened up this territory over here. I forget what it was called, Greater North Great Mojave Desert or something. I don't know. Anyway, we've opened up this area over here. We've got Cyclopic, White Hills, and Dolan Springs as towns we could found. And then we've got businesses to found. Here's our cement. Here's potatoes. Here's gravel. And you notice if we look at Hoover Dam, it's not producing the gravel. That thing has gone away that was producing the gravel. Remember, we used the gravel for one of our tasks. And now that has been done. That clearing out is done. We're not producing gravel here. So we're going to have to go out and we need gravel. Because we're going to have to found the gravel business here. And then we've got the coal business down here we need to found. For sure. I think that's the only coal in this around here. And use these other businesses that already exist, like the wood and the grain. And maybe the cattle, possibly. The beans, whatever. Anyway, got a lot of work to do. And the interesting thing is, if we look at this, I've stopped and had a good look at this to decide what to do. And they need different things. Like here, to found this start quarry to have cement production. Remember, cement is a raw material. You need cement, gravel, and slag to make You need cement, gravel, and slag to make concrete. And concrete is one of our tasks to take over to Hoover Dam. In fact, let's just look at that real fast. Mojave County North, that's it. And we need to deliver steel and we need to deliver concrete to Hoover Dam. And so to make the concrete, we need cement, that's right, cement, and we need gravel. And we need slag, and slag is a byproduct of the steel industry. So our steel industry now will take coal here, iron here, and make steel. So I think we're going to target Dolan Springs for the steel industry. And a byproduct of that will be slag, and we'll take the slag and this gravel and this cement and take that to White Hills. That's the plan. And make the concrete there, and then we'll haul the concrete and the steel over to Hoover Dam. So, but where I was going with all that is to found this, we need planks. That's different. We haven't done that yet. We need meat and bread, which we're making, but we haven't used in founding yet. Here's another one with that same scenario, but here's one that needs wood, beans, and meat, right? A different set of things. What does Cyclopic need? They need wood, grain, and meat. White Hills needs the same thing. So all three of the cities need wood, grain, and meat. And these businesses need, it looks like, for the most part, this kind of thing. Planks, meat, and bread. Anyway, if you add all that up, we're going to need wood, grain, meat, bread, and planks over here in order to get all this set up the way we want it. And we have to be able to get over there. The other thing we need to watch out for is this area right in here. I mean, this is busy stuff right here, right? We got a lot going on right here. And this kind of a design, when you, particularly in a cramped space, everything is so close together. I don't know how well. I don't know if we could scale this up to a giant production. Like big cities doing this. I don't know that would hold up, honestly. But what I want to do there, I want to have a way to get. I'm thinking we take planks, meat, and bread because Las Vegas has bread. Whitney actually has the meat and the planks, right? So we take all three of those over here to this area. So let's just start working on that. Obviously, we have to get over there, and I think the obvious thing to do would be to come back through or get over there through Hoover Dam so that we have that ability to make our deliveries to Hoover Dam. So let's see what that's going to look like. If we go, see, and this is the other thing, they have kept us from just going straight across, right? It'd be nice if we could just kind of drive right across the Hoover Dam, so to speak. But let's see what we can do coming out of here. Let's see if we couldn't come up with a way to get. And here we go with my favorite thing, being patient and laying track. Not my favorite thing. So if we have to go around this, we could come across like that. But if you look, White Hill is right here. So why don't we target coming just underneath that mountain range and making our main connection like this, like kind of like that, over here to White Hill. And then I think what we could do, I think we can put in White Hill, we can go, let's see. Let me get the other view so I can actually see the topography. Here we go. Now, I think the best way to orientate this is actually like this. Now, unfortunately, that's a cross grain, if you will. You really want to run your stations with the grain, right? In alignment with the contour lines so that you're not changing a bunch of elevations on the station. But this isn't too bad. These lines are pretty far apart. So let's just do it this way and go here. And then let's go, we're going to take advantage of the new warehouse system. So we're going to turn off automatic distribution, right? And then we're going to get the things that we want to build the things that we want to found these different businesses and rural locations. So rural businesses and, cities and rural businesses. That's what I'm trying to say. So it would be grain. Grain would be the other one. And if we use this type of warehouse, now this is a great illustration of the difference between automatic distribution and not automatic distribution. If it's not automatic distribution, you can start gathering stuff here without a destination. So everything you're bringing in doesn't necessarily have a destination. So we could start bringing stuff over from Whitney and Vegas and putting them here and then just grab them out as we need them to go found different stuff. So that's what we're going to do. Now, what I'd like to do with this, some of these we won't need, like the ones we're stealing from the other thing, we don't need all of it. And we can control how much we want. And I'd like to not have a full 99, but they don't have it programmed so that I could just, they really should have it so I could click here and type in 40 or whatever, right? Because now to get it, and it won't even, I can't hold it down. Can I? Yeah, I can. I'm sorry. Take it back. I can't hold it down. That's not as bad. I'm thinking, let me think. How many trains? Let's run maybe, it's a long way. Let's set up like 6 trains from Vegas and 6 trains from Whitney. Well, maybe more from Whitney. But let's do 48. Let's set these at 48. So that's 6 trains worth running full. There. So we're going to do 48 bread and we're going to do 48 meat. And we'll do, I guess we could do 48 planks. And then the wood could be max because the wood, the beans, and the wood grain, sorry, will all come from over here. It doesn't matter, so we can max those out. All right. All right, and that by bringing that stuff to White Hills, then of course we will just sort of automatically found White Hills, right? So that's good news. I'm also going to put repairs on here. And then let's see if we can build our track. Okay. It isn't going to be cheap, but it doesn't have to be half our budget. Let's see. At the same time, I think this is one of those spots where it's worth the investment to have something that runs pretty quickly. You know, we don't want this needs to move. This is going to feed everything we do over here. If this doesn't work well, we've got nothing. Man, that's just going through some rough terrain, and you know what? That's. If I get down here and look at it, we could probably swing this over that way a little bit. Oh, it's just if we could get over here. Yeah, if we could get over this way a little more. Probably got to keep that anchor and swing this over there. And could we go down here, possibly? We lower this, yeah. And then swing this out a little bit. That's interesting. I've never tried getting down, you know, kind of looking at it from this angle to kind of see what's really going on here. But when you come into this, there's no reason to go through all these mountains if you can just swing left a little bit and miss them all, or most of them. Let's see. Okay, that looks good. All right, now what kind of magic can we do here? This one, we're either going to have to swing back out here or bite the bullet. Oh, do we want a giant tunnel? I mean, they're kind of cool. You know, again, this is kind of a why wouldn't you swing around these and then swing back that way? I mean, in real life, that's what I'm pretty sure. If they had this kind of situation, pretty sure they wouldn't go through the mountain if they could go around it. Although, of course, it does happen. I mean, we've all been driven through tunnels. We're taking a train through tunnels. They do happen in the real world, but man, the expense of it and the time. The other thing too, of course, we could build track instantly. In the real world, it takes forever to build something like this. Okay, so that looks pretty good. It's really not even that expensive. I think this one here to come out, that's kind of basically unavoidable. So let's see if we can't speed it up. At least let you go through there quickly. What's causing it? Probably the curve. Cool looking bridge. Let's go with that. I don't have the patience to do that forever. Build that, double track it for next to nothing. We won't triple track it, but we will extend this out. Like that. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we will definitely make this a 4-banger on this end as well. All right, cool. I like it. All right, now, next problem to solve. This. We don't have to, quote, fix this just yet, but we do need to deal with it to get our meat and planks and bread over here. And I'm assuming that's the place I want to come from for the bread. I mean, we could kind of, yeah, we don't need to go over there. All right, because if we look here, the planks not, and we're going to deal with that, but we have plenty of meat here, and we should have, we got plenty of bread up here. So let's take advantage of that. Now, we could just add more track here. I think I'm actually going to run, I think we're going to do it like this. We're going to put another station in Whitney, whose purpose in life is to somehow get over here to the Hoover Dam or, near it and hook in to go over here. That's the goal. And then we'll have this can actually hook to something back here that allows them both to use that whatever new track we come up with. So let's just throw something down right here. Let's put maintenance on it. And then let's go here. Yeah. Let's just go. Let's just go. Let us go maybe. Oh, now what is that for? Huh. Trying to remember why we did. This was to haul gravel, wasn't it? Which isn't made anymore. Oh no, wait. It could also be passenger traffic, right? There could be passengers come down to Attica and want to go on to Hoover Dam. So I don't think I'll mess with that. But I think, do any of these run full? This one here. Is okay. This one. Oh, okay, that's Boulder City. That's okay. And this one I think might have been the slag one. Yeah, let's just kill that train. Okay, and I'm not going to worry about this anymore. And we'll have this. We'll have this track. We go to plan 2 over here. Like that angle. Plan 2. All right. And then we got plan 1. That's going to be tricky. Okay. I'm going to kill plan 1 and start from this end. We'll come out, go across somehow. That's all right. And then go all the way up here. Oh. I like the is another superhighway of track. I always like superhighways of track. How could you not like a superhighway of track? Okay, you go down here like this. There we go. Here we go. Now we got something. A dedicated superhighway of track that gets you to Hoover Dam and then allows you to go on to White Hill. All right. Take it. And got. Now it's not building, so there's something it doesn't like. It doesn't like this intersection right here. It doesn't like how it crosses this track. So this track needs to go for a minute. Okay. And then this track needs to come back. It needs to go over here to this side. And it doesn't like that. Okay, that's not shocking. We got to find the way it likes coming over here. Okay, got a little bit more of an angle at once. Okay. See if it'll fit to the other side. Yeah, that looks, I think this will work. Should. There we go. Apologize if you're picking up a little noise. I've got some lawn mowing action going on here near me. All right, that allows this. See, this track, the wool needed to get over to these tracks over here to go on down to Boulder City. So let's go Signal. Did that do it all the way up? It did. And let's put in some supplies like, sorry, that threw me. That it looked like a train was there, where it's done the slightly raised track. It looked like there. I thought, how would a train get over there at this time? Okay, good. All right. So that will get us some stuff going over there. And I think I'm going to have two different things. I don't want one holding the other up. And I'm talking about the meat and the planks. So I think over here on this one, actually two track. Well, no, I'm going to make it 4. Am I? No. We'll make it 2, but we're going to give it a shunt line as well. So let's give it a gridiron, some switches. I don't know why they use the word gridiron. It doesn't even. I don't know any train reference that has football, American football. Yes. Trains? No. Okay, so could be a bunch of train. Let's go all the way down here. Okay, so we'll put in some Jan Jansons on this. So what's that mean? Okay, so we're going to have coming out of here, and I would use like a manual, but I don't trust them for founding the cities. So we'll use no. Let's keep it at automatic, but we're going to say on the way out, you only take meat and you run full out of track 1, right? And then you go to White Hills. And at White Hills, you don't take any of this stuff back. This is the stuff we're working hard to get for this area over here. But you could take passengers or mail back. That'd be fine if you feel like it. And any track will do. And let's see. We could have one, 2, 3. Okay. And then we could go with the same thing coming out of here. Just take the planks, run full out of track 2. And spawned them in track 2. They're only supposed to run out of track 1. Go over there. Just take that back out of any track. I'm going to do this the easier way. I wish I had. Let's do like 4 of these guys. And shoot. Now, that train should not be there. It should not have spawned in track 2. That a little irritating. All right. So it's going to hold up this other thing too, but it's okay because we don't have anything to ship anyway. All right. Let's just let's go back here and do the same thing. Let's have a station in Vegas. And let's have it run down here and join after the shunt lines, right? So down here like this. And it can use that all that track we built before. The city limit was getting us right there. We're going to go just outside the city limit. There we go. The Whitney city limit, I mean. And back. And you really only need one for now, one platform. And I'll throw some Jan Jansen's in here just, That one won't hurt anything, so we can leave it. All right, so let's have a line that goes from here to here. Running full, out of track 1, and goes over here and doesn't bring any goods back. And we'll have some trains on that. And then back to Whitney. Now let's just let this, no. I don't want to do too much sitting and watching. Let's get our grain coming in here. And it's already formed and we need it for other things. Be nice if we had signal on this, wouldn't it? Certainly would. And while I'm noticing, let's go recruiting. Number of packages, and we'll save up for 300 for the Santa Fe. Okay. You start with 1. Okay, got grain. We want wood. We've got wood over here. Wood over here. We're just going to go ahead and get this one. We could do this one into that city, would be fun, that potential city, but that's okay. Let's go, and we might as well go, well, just go directly into White Hills. All right, so we've got wood going, we've got grain. Let's get the beans. All right. Okay, we've got some beans. And we've got our other two manufactured goods. And what am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, we've got the planks too. We've got 3 manufactured and 3 raw materials coming in there. Okay, good. And of course, White Hills will be founded automatically. I guess the next thing we'd like to found after White Hills would be maybe Dolan Springs. Would make sense. And we could, there's a little gap we can run through here. So let's just point right into that. And whoa. And I do want to make this a 4-banger. And we can have some trains going from White Hills to Dolan Springs. Okay, that must mean we've got missing switch down here. Okay. All right, so we found this. We'll eventually found this. Do we want cyclopic? We might. And another comment too, Tarek. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. Tarek, I saw a comment from Tarek where he said, because I remember way back when I was kind of sitting here just watching it and not doing anything. And he said, Bill, go down here and build this. And I wish I'd listened to him, but somehow, me playing it several days before he made the comment, I wasn't able to hear him. And I wish I had and built this out. So, because we know how this works. Open a new territory, build it up, right? Open a new territory, build it up. And then eventually they're going to give us some task like connect a whole bunch of cities. And, just because this one's called the Big Concrete, this particular, or the Concrete Giant, excuse me. Just because it's called the Concrete Giant doesn't mean we're ending. We haven't seen our optional yet. I'm sure there's going to be some giant task to connect, 20 cities and have a population of 1 million or whatever. Grow the whole area kind of deal. We know it's coming. So anyway, so that's it. I said all that to say we should go ahead and found the city, right? Why not? Why wouldn't you? And we may find it, who knows, it may come in really handy for us one way or another. We'll find out. So let's put it here. Maintenance. Come down here. Got it on the wrong side, didn't I? Let's start over. Do a better job. Come on. Off the hill. Down here. And I'll set this one up so it can go. I'll go ahead and set it up so it can go either way. Bad choice. All right. And we can found cyclopic. We can just go here to here. Run some trains. Okay. Are we ready to kind of run it for a bit and see what this madness has wrought? Yeah, let's do it. Let's find out. And there we got some passenger traffic. And up here, oh, you know, no, that's not true. Why aren't we seeing any trains right here? And I'm going to name this the planks to white. White Hill. Oh, there is a train. Oh, this is a bad thing. They spawn in. They're spawning on track 1, and I thought we told them to be track 2, didn't we? The spawning and the running are two different things. Probably should have had them start at the other end, believe it or not. Okay, now, the planks production. Why aren't there planks to export? Let's figure that out. If we're getting planks from Attican, go to the warehouse. Look at this. There's 37 to go to Whitney in that warehouse. And we don't have enough trains, but we also, it's so short, you can't run very many trains. You really can't. So, what are we going to do about that? I think we could do a couple of things. What are you? Maintenance. Milk. I thought we fixed that, but I guess not. Put maintenance out here. Yeah, we're missing a maintenance line right there. And this one that needs the maintenance, I think what we'll do is kill it. I think I did a copy here to get a second one. So yeah, let's just copy that train and that'll kind of reset. There we go. Solve that problem. Cloth circles between two cities. Oh, that's a nice message. Well, thank you for telling us that. They put a cloth industry in Ragtown, which, by the way, I didn't even talk about that. It's something we could have done. There's a redundant cloth industry in Ragtown, right? We put one, I think, didn't we? Yeah, we put one up here in Vegas, and there's a redundant one in Ragtown. Now we could buy that redundant one, knock it down, and generate our concrete over there, and that might have been a smarter way to do this whole thing, is just run the raw materials from over here to Ragtown and then have the short line to deliver to Hoover Dam. But what do I want to do to stop this? I want you... Yeah, I'm not sure what this is telling me. Cloth circles between two cities. Cloth circles between two cities. Okay. On this line right here, Boulder. Huh? I want to see if that message. Yeah, it's tied to that train right there. Why? Oh, okay. Boulder produces it. Oh, but then it could bring it back. So if you take it out there, don't bring it back. Right? Oh, yeah. It's the cloth. We made cloth down here, and we're putting it up there, and it could, I think the problem is it could take the cloth up there, pick it up, and bring it back, which doesn't make any sense at all. But I guess that's possible. And hopefully we fix that by changing that route. Yeah, I think we have. Okay. No freight I don't really care about as much. We would, go back and optimize that if we wanted to. Let's see what's happening down here. A lot of activity, a lot of stuff going on. And sure enough, we're starting to get stuff in here. And we could do another wood train, I think, would be justified, to put it mildly. Which one's that? Davis Rest. We could copy that guy. Put a train on that. There we go. You doing? And again, I got sidetracked. We got our issue with the wood. Now, obviously, we could run wood directly into Whitney, which would be a fine thing to do. It would. It would be a good thing to do. But I kind of like to fix this problem since we already have it all going down here. And again, now this is the issue, if you will, with using the the old new. Wow, it's confusing. The Railway Empire 2 original design. The fancy warehouses that do the routing. Because see, we got 28 lumber sitting there that needs to go to Whitney. So, and 14, we've got a lot of stuff that needs to go to Whitney. Right? Is Whitney really big? 82,000. And it'll be growing more. All right. So what we need to do... If we, I believe if we just add trains here, we're going to have a traffic jam problem, a large traffic jam problem. There are different ways we could handle this. I think one way we could do it is just to add. Where's that station? Over there? Yeah, let's just add a station. Oh, it won't work. This is not a city. I was going to put another station and put redundant stuff in it and then run that over, but that only works inside a city. So if we were in a city, if Attica was an actual city in the game, then we could have another warehouse and have the same goods in it, and they would transfer through the city over to the other warehouse to be used. But that won't work here, so we're going to have to come out of here somehow. We're using all 8 tracks. Man, oh man. Going to do this. Well, let's try adding trains. see what happens. Let's not have them wait and space each other. So we'll add you, and we'll copy you. And we'll copy you. And we'll see if we've created a traffic nightmare here. We'll see if it chokes. Okay. Oh, look here. We've got White Springs. Okay, let's pause. We want to make sure we get the right business in there. Now, what do we want? I think we want the concrete here, we said. So let's just make sure that that's what, and let's give them a settler bonus so they can grow. The more they grow, the more we can upgrade our business. And let's go with a concrete plant in White Hills. Okay, it'll just kind of sit there for the time being. And let's just see what our warehouse is doing. Yeah, look at this. From Vegas, the meat I think is coming and getting used up, and the planks aren't really necessarily getting over there. Let's find that planks. There's 8. Yeah, it's only loaded to 1. Now, hopefully these new trains we've got coming over, and let's just do this anyway as an extra. We'll see how this works. We can just run trains into, well, we can run them into here actually. Ah, shoot, let's just run them in like that. Okay. And let's go here to here. We track 2, running full. Go. Copy. Now, there should be, there's plenty out here. It may or may not run because Whitney needs so much lumber, right? Problem is, because we're using the Railway Empire 2 style warehouse here, it is, oh wait, we've cleaned it out pretty well, haven't we? We shouldn't have a problem. We may need to buy that stinking lumber mill. God, it's level 3 already. I think we're going to buy it. Let's see. 3.66. I think we're good on money. Yeah. We'll just take out a big bond, and we'll buy this sawmill, and we're going to bump it up a couple. Well, only one. We can only bump it up 1. Okay, we're going to bump it up a little more. Make it demand more. And sure enough, get a train going down there. And now, there we go. Now we'll start getting more exports. All right, good. All right, everything's rocking and rolling. All right. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to stop right there. It took a long time to get all this set up, but I think you can see the idea. Now we're getting, again, to recap it, we got meat and lumber and bread, more or less dedicated line coming over here to feed this system. We've set up White Hills to hold the concrete. We're going to establish these other two cities. This one will be our steel mill in Dolan Springs. And then, of course, it'll take the slag to White Hills. And we're going to have to found these other things. We're going to have to found this for sure, the coal and the gravel here. We'll found this because it'll help grow these. And we'll certainly have to found this. And we'll get on all that in the next episode. So I like what we did here. Apologize I didn't get a whole lot of gameplay done, but I never do I? I like to think and talk. So hopefully you like to think and listen. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you saw something that'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe. And join us for our next Railway Empire 2 video. Thank you.